Well, hello there everyone, this is Hedgehog and welcome to the first view here into Prehistoric Kingdom. Prehistoric Kingdom is a game which is currently on early access demo. It is scheduled to be released somewhere in the course of this year, but for now we have the demo and let's have a look. Quite a lot of the features are still not accessible, but that's to be expected with a demo for the early access. It's a pre-alpha. So right now we have the options of starting to build the nurseries. We can have a look at some of the dinosaurs in the game, and there we go. That is our island, at least the one for now, and there we have our first email.
Solely on the future stars of our shows, the dinosaurs. Welcome
Okay.
to Prehistoric Kingdom.
Welcome to Prehistoric Kingdom. So basically what that message explained us is that there will be no visitors to the park, and all we have to do is focus on our island and getting the habitats of our dinosaurs ready for the dinosaurs to live in and be happy in. So this looks like a nice patch right there. Let me have a look that we get our first dinosaurs and their habitats built in. Now as you can see here, we have unlimited funds, so we can do whatever needs to be done. So let's start off with building a nice habitat for the first dinosaurs. Now in habitation we have here the animal nursery. Basically the nursery is a building where you generate whatever dinosaurs you're going to have. Now let's put that somewhere in a location we're going to be able to find. So let's zoom out. Okay, right there at the entrance of the bay would be a good idea, because that is something, a location at least, where I'm going to be able to find it back. And here you get to set filters. These are all the dinosaurs which are currently in the game. We don't have any water or flying dinosaurs yet, but that will be all added. Now what is important, we can choose between herbivore, omnivore and carnivores, and for now we're going to stick with the herbivore just to make sure that we have the right types together, because if we're going to add the carnivores to, for example, these ones, for sure they're going to be eating them. Now we want to start off with, let's start with the small ones. Now in the small ones we have, this is a carnivore and this is a herbivore. So let's stick with herbivore, and we can even choose what age they have by the time we get them out of the nursery. The smaller they are, the younger they are, the cheaper they are. But we now have our nursery, we know what dinosaurs we have, so let's start to build our initial habitats for them. And we're going to start off with a fence. Now the metal fences, I assume that they're going to be for the carnivores. The stone are a little bit stronger, they do look nice, and then of course you have the wooden ones. These are the ones which require electricity, so that's probably again for the larger ones, like this one, to keep the carnivores separated from everything and everyone else. But let's stick nice with these ones. Let's turn it in such a way so we can kind of divide it. And let's take this as a start point. Okay. That ought to do the trick for now. Let's get some mountains. Help us to keep. And here we have our initial wall, so let's see. Okay, so now at least that is all connected, and now this is a shielded area. Now, if you look at the detail of the game, it is really nice already, even though it being a pre-alpha. You can zoom in quite far, you can peek between the grass, and later on, once we have our dinosaurs up, you'll be able to see that as well. Okay, so here we have our glass wall. Well, it's a stone wall with some glass windows. Okay. Now, and then let's see that we get our first habitat set up, and we have the nursery. We need feeding, but we also need shelter. Start with this one, and I'm going to drop it. Let's create a nice cluster somewhere here in the middle. Now, it is in blue, which is on one side good because it is pretty clear that it is still has a so-called blueprint. On the other hand, the blue can also be a little bit annoying, as I cannot really see yet how it looks and how it is going to be. Because I do want the entrances all to kind of face the same way. Okay, one there. Let's zoom out a little bit to make sure that we have them here, and then we flip that one 2 times. There we go, so at least we could have 4, and that is where they can nicely all sleep. Now, then let's drop in the middle for feeding a big water bowl. Well, define big. Okay, so one there, there, and one there. And let's give them some places to eat. Nicely around there. There we go. So I think that should be at least covering the basics of what they're going to need. But we will find out soon enough. So let's hop to our, there we go, nursery. And then we said we wanted diet and herbivore. Let's start them off not too big. About the same size as a human, that would do the trick. Here. Now, I want male and okay, so they do need quite a bit of space. Now, we have blocked quite a fair part of the island. I'm not entirely sure how large it is. I also don't know if I can check what size it has. But let's read through. Okay, so it is medium aggressive, high sociability, so let's get 4. Well, let's stick with 2 male. There we go. And that is 1. And that is 2. And then let's add 4 females on that. 2, 3. And there we have 4. Now here we select all of them and then we click place selected. And now let me find the area I had for them. There we go. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, I don't know yet how to distinguish. Ah, very nice, very nicely done. Is there food in there automatically? Yeah, there seems to be food in there automatically. Okay, so there we go. Those are the first 6 dinosaurs that we have. Let's have a look that we get a few more, and for that we're going to Resetting another habitat area somewhere. The shelters. Now let's take the small shelters. Tinier animals will feel right at home resting inside this small natural looking shelter. Okay, so this one is really small. It's the size of a small tree trunk. In order to not lose them, let's place them right here on the back side of the ones that we already have. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's flip another 4 right there. And then for feeding, okay, so the space, but 1, 2, 3. And let's drop another 3 there. I have no idea if they actually need that many, but it looks like a fairly nice habitat so far. I do think it's a little bit empty right now, so we can do modifications to the terrain. But what I'm more interested in is let's add some trees around there to give them a little bit of protection from the sun and everything else. Okay, so if you zoom out too far, the trees actually do still look a little bit weird. But once we get closer in, look at that. I mean, that's absolutely beautifully done. Let's get the multiple foliage away from there. Let me decrease the size and intensity. Let's get some ferns out here. I'm placing quite a bit of ferns out here just to give a tiny bit of more protection to the smaller dinosaurs. At least I hope that's what I'm doing. There we go, but it does look beautiful. Okay, so again, we reach back there and then let's take this size and let's take the small ones. Then that's the carnivore, this is the herbivore. Yeah. Now they are medium sociable, they are not aggressive at all. So let's drop 10 females in there. And we get to place all of them again. Oh. Hit that sometime. I shouldn't have clicked it. Problem. At least I now know where to find them. Oh. Oops, they're all freely wandering around. Very nice. Okay, and now we still need to drop a few males on there. And let's also take 10 of those. Let's see if that's going to work. I mean, in the worst case scenario, they're either going to fight or eat each other, but we'll find out. Okay, so that's all of them already as well. So we select all of them and let's find here. Don't know where all the ladies went. Ah, there. But they're all still very, very young. I mean, she's 2 months old, and if we look at statistics, the breeding age is 4, so we've got a couple of years to go before they would start to breed, and they should be a little bit bigger by then as well. Now, what they don't have here yet is a water bowl. So let's drop one on that side and one on that side. That should be enough to hopefully feed all of them. Can they reach there? I hope so. Now we've got a bunch of herbivores in there. Let's have a look that we also get some omnivores in there. Large stone shelters, especially appreciated by shy or skittish animals who will enjoy the colder nature of this habitat. Okay, so that's cold. And this one is for the big ones. So let's stick with the feeding. Now this one is for the sauropods. If we go. Oh yeah, but this is the carnivore and that is a little tasty. Blackbeard's the carnivore, this is the herbivore. I think we already have these. Yeah. And the copperbacks is also herbivores. They are really nice. They are medium sociable, but they are very aggressive. So let's be careful with these ones, but let's pop 2 females. Living in small groups of 4 to 5 at most, so we just dropped 2 females in there. Let's add 1 more female and then 1 male to make sure that we don't have multiple males butt-heading. Not sure if that's implemented in the game, but that's how I think it would be. Select all, let's place the selected, and we actually need to probably isolate them a little bit more, so let's drop them here, and then we just pause the game while we're building for them. So, give them their own little shelter. Do that right there. Now, I'm not sure if they would be using it, but let's add that one as well. Now feeding troughs right there. And a bowl of water. And with that they should have what they need. Vegetation. Okay, so that is one way to add vegetation. And what here? Oh, that wasn't very smart. I mean, doesn't it look beautiful? Oh, a screenshot of that. Let's get a little bit closer in up personal. That's a thumbnail right there. Very nicely. Ah, and of course the genius I was. And this is what I meant with the blueprint. I have now built my habitats the wrong way around, so let me re-gamble. And let's see if we get it right this time. That looks more like it. And that is day one over here at the Hedgehog National Park Island. Getting nice and dark. Let's have a look at how our kids are doing over here. Well, we can hear them. Idle, she's 1 year old. That goes fast. So far they seem healthy. They have a little bit of hunger, thirst, energy. It looks like they're sleeping somewhere. I don't know if we can see that here already. No. Forgive. So it is in use. I just can't see that. Okay, so let's have a look. What else are we going to be building? Because we've got one settlement here, then we have another settlement right here. Now, as you can see, they are solitary animals because the first thing they do is they separate themselves from each other. Let me have a quick look in graphics options, shutter distance, high. I'm just enjoying wandering around with my dinosaurs so far. Okay, so we have those two up, and instead, let's have a look that we built us another shelter. Now, let's see that we get a more solitary base, but for that, I'm gonna go towards the mountain. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like that. Now, I have been warned already that at least the area close to the mountain, sometimes the animals do get stuck up there, but let's have a look. That's is A going to look, and B how that's going to work. So let's build one up there. Let's drop another one there. Let's see that we get yeah, they're very sociable. Sociability low. Aggression medium perfect, so we take one male. We'll do it fully grown. Forest floor. Green opal. A creek bed? No. I prefer the green opal as the next one. And we're going to breed one of each, one male, one female. We'll drop them fairly close to each other. I do think these two are too big to go in here. Oh, but oh, it does seem to. So there's not a lot of other info I have here. So I'll just let's give each of them a place to feed. I assume that you sorted it quick. One as well. And a bowl of water. Oh, so they basically have everything that they need right next door. Now let's add some low vegetation up there. Okay, and we had another couple of nice screenshots right there, and there we go. Now, all in all, I have to say, for this being a pre-alpha demo and we're only able to play with some of the dinosaurs, and it's not really clear yet all the needs that they have and how to develop and how they will reproduce, to make sure that the park is not gonna go empty, because this one is a year old, breeding age is 4, life expectancy is 16, and as you can see here, there's one inside. It doesn't fully count yet, so there's quite a few things that still need to be done. I am very much enjoying the game so far, as in it gives you a lot of freedom to build what needs to be built. You have free hand into designing how you want the animal upkeeps to look, what goes where, and then we of course have given them sufficient shelter, but like he knew I was taking pictures, but there we go. Now, last but not least, one thing we did not yet look at, and we're going to have a quick peek on this side. Let's build us the big bad carnivores. There we go, herbivore, no diet to carnivore, and that's the small, and those two are the really big ones. So let's add a little bit more fencing, because we're going to need to keep these ones in check, and for that we'll go for the big metal fencing. Okay, so I've upgraded the fence here in between the two habitats to the metal fencing, and they should be careful that I'm not going to add the electricity on it yet. Okay, and then let's add these ones. And we should be all good. Five nails of that. And then we've got ourselves a nice collection of carnivores. Probably gonna have to build some additional habitation for them. There we go, select all, place all selected. I already tell that they're bigger. Okay, there they stand. And also for them some vegetation around just to give them kind of the idea that they're not fully out in the open. That's very nice. Probably someone is going to have to tell them that they're allowed to move. I should have given them something. Okay, so apparently they're not moving anymore, but nevertheless it does look like a nice habitat, and our island does have a nice carnivore, omnivore and some herbivores. Let's have a look how they are doing up here. Okay, so he's eating. It did state in the description he wasn't the smartest, but he's standing inside his food trough in order to eat. This one is also eating, not sure how and where. Okay, there we go. But yeah, they do still tend to get stuck every once in a while, but that should not stop you from looking into and getting the game once it is in full release, because obviously, as I said before, it is only a pre-alpha, and with that they have many things left that need to be fixed in the game. But it absolutely looks beautiful. Right here, let's capture the sunset. There we go. Okay, that's it from me for now. Thank you very much for joining for this first look at this beautiful game, the Prehistoric Kingdom. I am very much looking forward to this game being in full release, but that's going to take a couple of more months. If we do get any additional releases, or if we get the approval from the developers to look into one of the betas, which we do have access to, but obviously are not allowed to stream yet. Well, as soon as they come available, I will definitely let you guys peek together with me into this beautiful game. Thank you very much for joining. Remember, if you do like the videos or the channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button at the bottom of this video. Remember to also tick the bell on top of the video, and that way you will be notified of whenever we're uploading new videos or going live.